And can I just pass it over to Venerable V3?
So to open the night, we usually perform rituals to pay tribute to our Buddha and also your God inside yourself. Yeah, my time. Yeah.
Quý vị trong cái group đã mời chúng tôi đến đây để tham gia cùng quý vị trong đêm tối.
We thank you, Annette, and all the members of the group kindly invited us to be here tonight and share our spiritual experiences.
Trước tiên tôi rất là nói lời xin lỗi của Annette bởi vì cô Annette đã đến chùa Pháp Hoa tới 2 lần. Lần thứ nhất cô đã để lại số điện thoại nhà tôi điện, nhưng mà sau đó công việc nhiều, sau đó là cũng không có điện, sau đó cô lấy làm một lần nữa. Trước tiên rất là cảm động và xin lỗi, cáo lỗi những cái sự kể lại.
Personally, I apologize to Annette, who has taken the trouble to contact me at the Pháp Hoa temple. Actually, you already came to visit the temple twice, and I was a bit busy in delaying to get back to you. So please accept our apologies.
Quý vị thấy ở trên bàn có một cái tượng, đó là Bồ Tát Quan Thế Âm. Chút nữa chúng ta sẽ niệm về danh hiệu của Bồ Tát. Vị Bồ Tát, một trong những vị Bồ Tát có cái hạnh rất đặc biệt trong đạo Phật, đó là hạnh lắng nghe. Ngài lắng nghe những tiếng kêu cứu đau khổ của tất cả chúng sinh, và cái hạnh lắng nghe là một trong những cái phương pháp thực hành trong đạo Phật.
Before you see on the table, we have a statue of Bodhisattva, usually representing compassion, and usually we have a statue in the form of a female, representing love, compassion, kindness, and mercy, etc. of human being. And particularly Bodhisattva, we just say great compassion Bodhisattva, she excels in listening to the suffering of human being. So whenever you get into trouble, just call her name, and she will come to rescue you. So, but for her to help you, you have to connect with her. That means you have to chant her name every day to connect with her. So she knows that you are in trouble, so she comes. So probably in a minute we will chant the name of our great compassion Buddhist.
Quý vị ở dưới đó có nghe rõ không hay là bắt ghép trên rồi?
You hear us?
You hear?
You okay to speak there?
You can't hear.
Yes, we try to speak louder.
That's okay. Sorry.
So Robbie, can we close that back door?
We can. I just thought somebody asked that they were.
Do we have air conditioning?
Will the air conditioners, what was our thing, to get too cold or whatever? We can put it on the July.
Yeah,
But I just thought you might like the air rather.
Yes,
It's noisy.
so later on, because in meditation we need quite silence.
Well, the air conditioner will be on.
Okay. Mở một chút thôi chưa?
I think the air is blowing.
Chưa?
Yeah.
Con just leave it open a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We chant the name of Bodhisattva of great compassionate.
Quý vị không niệm thì xin quý vị ngồi thẳng và quý vị có thể nhắm mắt lại để cho chúng ta có hai phần thân tâm. Quý vị ngồi thẳng, thân của mình được an tịnh và tâm của mình cũng được an tịnh.
Yes, so really, while we chanting the name of the Buddha, our Bodhisattva, we just close the eyes, sit straightly, and just calm your mind. You can connect with your divine within yourself. It's the same, very blunt. everyone everyone has a paper in front of you. We are going to sing the next song, The Fourth Sight. You want them to sing along. Thank you.
Please tell me why you grieve. Outside the palace walls and fields of green, the lives of your people whom you have not seen. Prince Chia, please tell me what you wish. Prince Chia, please tell me what you've seen. Outside the palace walls and fields of green, an old man, a sick man, a dead man, a hermit. Prince Chia, please tell me what you think. Why does he grow old? Why does he fall sick? Why must people die? And who is the hermit? Outside the palace walls and fields of green, the lives of your people whom you have not seen. Prince Chia, please tell me what you wish. Prince Chia, please tell me what you see. Outside the palace walls and fields of green, an old man, a sick man, a dead man, a hermit. Prince Chia, please tell me what you think. Why does he grow old? Why does he fall sick? Why must people die? And who is that hermit?
The song The Fourth Sight actually come from the Buddha life. So I would like to invite Venerable Chi tell us a little bit more about what is the Four Sights.
Thưa quý vị, trong cuộc sống, trong một đời người có 4 giai đoạn. Mà 4 giai đoạn đó ai cũng phải có. Trên cuộc đời cái gì nó cũng có ngoại lệ, nhưng mà 4 điều sinh, lão, bệnh và tử thì không có ai ngoại lệ.
Naturally, without exception, very rarely, but all human life generally has gone through 4 phases. We born, we get sick, we get old, and we die.
Chắc là các bạn ai cũng đã nghe qua đạo Phật, và chắc có lẽ quý vị không chưa nghe qua 4 cái điều kiện, 4 cái sự mà trong đạo Phật gọi là lớn. Đó là cái sinh. Thứ nhất là sinh. Không những là chúng ta sinh ra, tức là một người mẹ sinh ra một đứa thiếu nhi là khổ, nhưng mà có thể nói rằng là cuộc sống của mình là khổ. Cuộc sống của mình khổ như thế nào? Là bởi vì khi mình thương yêu nhau mà mình không được gần nhau cũng là khổ. Nếu mà mình mong cầu để mà mình làm được điều gì đó mà nó không có được gọi ý mình cũng là điều khổ. Và nếu một người mà chúng ta ghét mà chúng ta cứ gặp nhau hoài cũng rất là khổ. Cái khổ đó nó không phải là nó dữ dội như là chiến tranh hay là đói khát, nhưng mà cái khổ đó là những cái phiền não nó cứ thầm lặng ở mãi trong cái tâm của mình, mà đôi khi chính mình đau khổ mà mình không biết mình đau khổ.
Our life, according to Buddhism, the nature of life is a suffering. In probably another way, it is dissatisfaction. when we talk about suffering, we not only mean about the war or the famine, etc., but the main thing, the biggest thing is the mental defilement. That all the negative force always nagging inside ourselves, that the biggest war always cause us agony, sadness, depression, etc. That the Buddha, our teacher, pointed out from his own experience.
Đặc biệt đối với những người phụ nữ á, người ta ít khi nào hỏi người ta là bao nhiêu tuổi. Bởi vì khi mình hỏi tuổi người ta là tức là mình khơi lại cái nỗi buồn là người ta bao nhiêu tuổi. Là đó cũng là một cái nỗi khổ mà đôi khi chúng ta không có muốn nhìn nó một cách trực diện.
For example, hardly we ask a woman about her age, because that's something we are not very glad to tell people about. That's something negative too.
Có những trên cuộc đời mình có những cái mà chúng ta không dám nhìn. Nhưng mà đối với đạo Phật, khi mà đến với đạo Phật là chúng ta phải biết nhìn. Bồ Tát Quan Thế Âm là một người biết lắng nghe và biết nhìn thấy sự thật. Và bởi vì khi chúng ta nhìn thấy sự thật đó thì chúng ta mới biết tìm cách để thoát ra khỏi cái niềm đau nỗi khổ đó.
As a human being, we hardly see the truth. Not only we can't see truth, we don't know how to see the truth. But Buddhism is a searching for truth. Only when we see the truth, and then we can find the solution.
Đức Phật Thích Ca Mâu Ni cũng sinh ra một con người rất bình thường như chúng ta thôi. Nhưng Ngài chỉ có khác hơn chúng ta một xí là Ngài được sinh trong một cái cung vua, đó là Thái tử Tất Đạt Đa. Ngài sống trong cung vàng điện ngọc giàu sang. Ngài không có cảm nhận được sự đau khổ của cuộc đời. Nhưng mà có một lần Ngài muốn xin vua cha đi ra ngoài cửa thành để dạo chơi. Thì tình cờ Ngài nhìn thấy cuộc đời có những người phải lam lũ, phải tìm, phải cày ruộng, phải buôn bán, phải hơn thua, phải trộm cắp, phải giết chóc lẫn nhau để có miếng cơm manh áo. Rồi có những người sau khi đã xong cái công việc của mình, xong mình đã có được một chút gì đó rồi thì mình đã già mất rồi, lộn không rồi. Rồi khi già rồi thì chúng ta sẽ bị bệnh. Cái bệnh là một trong những nỗi khổ của con người. Thì sau khi bệnh thì chúng ta phải chết. Thì đó là 4 cái sự thật trong cuộc đời mà tất cả mọi người ai cũng phải có, nhưng dường như ít có ai dám nhìn thấy nó một cách sự thật.
Even we could find the truth, but sometimes we avoid to confront it. Our Buddha, our great teacher Buddha, he was one of the prince. History already proved that he's real, he's the existing one. Historically, since the 1860, many archaeologists from England already found many sites associated with the life of the Buddha. So the Buddha was born as a prince, so he wasn't living in any imaginary luxury. And but when he was born, a sage was asked to predict his future. And there are 2 predictions. He either will be like the great ruler of the world, or he become a holy man. He will be a spiritual leader. So the father was very scared at the thought that one day he would abandon the palace and become, go to the other way to become like a religion man. So Prince was shielded from all the real life. For 29 years, he was indulged himself in sensual pleasures. He was surrounded with beautiful women. He had the best food we can imagine. The best accumulation castle to live in. Even at the age of 16, he married to the most beautiful bride. And one day the father became convinced himself that his son would not leave the palace. Probably finally, the palace life suitable for the prince. So by that time, for 29 years, he was like protected from seeing the real life. To one day, he pestered his father to go out to visit people, and he confronted four sight. The one we just seen. You see an old man, a sick man, a dead man, and finally a monk. So that probably made him think about life, and finally he decided to abandon, the life of a prince, to go forth, to leave home, to lead a homeless life, to become a monk.
Sau đó Ngài về, Ngài rất là buồn, Ngài luôn trầm tư ở trong cung vua. Thì vua cha mới thấy sự buồn của Ngài, cho nên mới cho xây những cung đền điện ngọc rất là đẹp và đầy đủ tất cả những tiện nghi. Ngài có cả người vợ và sau đó Ngài có một người con. Nhưng tất cả những cái niềm vui, những cái hưởng thụ về dục lạc trong cái cuộc sống của vị hoàng tử ấy, nó cũng không thể nào làm nguôi ngoa quên đi cái nỗi ám ảnh mà Ngài nhìn thấy sự thực của cuộc đời, đó là sự sinh lão, bệnh và tử.
So whatever the father tried again to make him happy, even by that time, his wife just gave birth to a son. But after seeing all those foresight, the real life revealed before him, the reality of life, and he became deeply troubled in his heart.
Quý vị có để ý cái cảnh mà Ngài nhìn thấy thứ tư là nhìn thấy một vị ẩn sĩ và vị tu sĩ. Đó là cái chí nguyện của Ngài muốn vươn tới, bởi vì Ngài thấy rằng cuộc đời rất là vô thường, cái gì nó có rồi cuối cùng nó cũng phải không. Vợ đẹp, con sang, cho dù cả nào đi nữa rồi nó cũng phải qua đi. Và quý vị thấy ngay cả cái trái đất của chúng ta sống, khí hậu biến đổi, ô nhiễm môi trường, tất cả những cái đó đều là dưới một cái định luật, đó là vô thường của cuộc sống.
And probably the last sight was very important. It was a decisive factor to make Prince Siddhartha leave home to become a monk. Because from his observation, he found out natural law of life is impermanent. Whatever your situations, you end up losing everything you like. You end up getting sick, you end up getting old, and you die. And when he confronted the last one, a monk, he asked his assistant, what is it? Who is that man? And the answer was that man abandoned the pleasure of life to search for the truth. So from his observation, from his own experience, the Buddha already finds the truth of life. That is suffering, impermanent, is a no self. Nothing is self existing in this life. It's a combination of many factors, so nothing lasts forever.
Cho nên Ngài quyết định Ngài phải đi tìm ra cho được một chân lý. Chân lý đó phải là gọi là vĩnh cửu. Mình phải thoát ra khỏi sự vô thường, sinh lão bệnh tử. Cho nên Ngài mới đi vô rừng sau tu, và Ngài đã tu khổ hạnh trong 6 năm và nhịn đói, nhịn khát. Một ngày chỉ ăn có một xíu, một hạt mè hoặc là một hạt cơm để mà nuôi sống, và Ngài tu trong vòng 6 năm khổ hạnh như vậy.
So after leaving the palace, when he reasoning like this, all the suffering of human show in the body like you getting sick, you getting old. So he thought probably when you punish your body, you can find a solution for your mind. So he went out and searching for two masters, and he followed the practice of ascetic. You know, ascetic. They try to punish themselves. He excelled in that because he minimized to the list of his needs for living. He is very little, even just a grain of rice a day. He even drink his urine. He stand on one leg and he hold his breath until he could not bear it anymore, because he thought punishing the body and then the mind getting better.
Tu khổ hạnh là một trong những cái phương pháp tu rất phổ biến của những tôn giáo lúc bấy giờ tại Ấn Độ. Đó là đạo Hindu. Và như quý vị biết là ngay cả trong thời kỳ bây giờ, vừa rồi khoa học người ta cũng đã thử nghiệm những vị mà đạo sĩ ta tu khổ hạnh trong những cái khu rừng, tự nhiên nói tới mấy chục năm ta không ăn không uống. Đó là một trong những lối tu mà Đức Phật đã từng trải qua trong cái cuộc sống của Ngài. Tuy nhiên là Ngài đã tu rất là nghiêm mật như vậy, nhưng Ngài vẫn không thấy được để thoát ra được cái vấn đề đó là sinh lão bệnh tử khổ đau, không thấy được ánh sáng của sự giác ngộ. Cho nên và một hôm đó Ngài kiệt sức và Ngài đã xỉu đi. Mà trong lúc Ngài xỉu thì có một người phụ nữ căn cừu thấy như vậy đã đem một tô sữa để dâng tặng cho Ngài. Và sau khi Ngài dùng được cái ly sữa đó thì Ngài tỉnh trở lại và Ngài thấy rằng lối tu khổ hạnh như truyền thống của Ấn Độ là không đạt tới mục đích và sự giải thoát giác ngộ.
By that time in India, asceticism is a very popular practice for people who want to search for spiritual meaning of life. Even now, if you go to India, you see a lot of people, practice asceticism in the jungle for many years, and they even didn't eat anything for many months. But Prince Siddhartha, after practice that for 6 years, he still could not find a solution, the answer for his question, how to free himself from being sick, getting old, become dying, and particularly from suffering himself. And he thought, until the day he could not stand the hardship anymore, he collapsed. And by that time, the girl just offered him a bowl of milk, and that saved him. And he found out that, when you practice asceticism, you punish your body, all the energy just focus to the body. So how the mind has the chance to work. So he see that totally wrong way. So he already came between extreme. He used to be a prince, he lived in luxury, and now he tried the other way. He punished himself, self-mortified, etc. But after 6 years, he still could not see the light. So he started to question himself again.
Khi Ngài nhận thấy được cái sự khổ hạnh không có đem tới sự giải thoát, cho nên Ngài trở lại tắm rửa và ăn uống một cách bình thường. Những người bạn đồng tu của Ngài thì nói Ngài đã bỏ thối lui cái sự tu khổ hạnh, cho nên bỏ đi chỗ khác. Chỉ còn là một mình Ngài đi tới một cái cây gọi là bây giờ gọi là cây Bồ đề. Ngài ngồi đó Ngài thiền định trong vòng 49 ngày. Thì sau cái đêm cuối cùng 49 ngày mà ngày đêm đó, Ngài phát nhiên đại ngộ, trở thành một vị Phật. Ngài giác ngộ được chân lý vô thường của cuộc sống và Ngài vượt qua tất cả những khổ đau của kiếp sống của mình.
So after taking the milk offered to him by a maiden village, he feel better, and he thought that's the way. So we could not go to the extreme. He become awakened that the middle way is the best way. So he started to look after himself, and his companions, his associates, start to look down on him because think he become extravagant. He become like go back to attaching himself to world desire, etc. So they left him. So alone he came to sit under the tree, as everyone knows, we call the Bodhi tree, and sit there for 49 years, and he gradually immersed himself in the state of we call jhana, I mean like a trance state of mind. And after 49 years, he gone through 49 days. He gone through a lot of changes in his mind, and all the questions that he posed to himself right from the beginning, come out to light.
Trạng thái chứng ngộ của Ngài á, không phải là Ngài tạo ra một cái gì mới, nhưng mà Ngài thấy được sự thật của cuộc đời. Nó cũng giống như là cái ông Newton mà khi thấy một cái táo rớt xuống á, ông tự bừng tỉnh lên, nhìn ra được cái định lý của trái đất, lực hút của trái đất, là sự giác ngộ của Đức Phật. Ngài nhìn thấy tất cả sự khổ đau hay là hạnh phúc, tất cả đều do nhân duyên mà nó tạo thành.
You can see that what he said, what I found is not something new. The truth already there. I just bring it back and show it to everyone. Just like a Newton, when he see the apple drop down, and he knows that that's a gravity law. Everything has to go by, the suction of the earth. Can't go the other way. And the truth is like that. So he said, I am only the teacher. I show you the truth which already there. I didn't create anything new. And that became a cornerstone of Buddha's teaching, that everything are connected and everything produces consequence.
Giáo lý của Đức Phật khi mà Ngài thấy được, chứng ngộ được sự nhân duyên vô thường của sự vật hiện tượng, thì nó rất là màu nhiệm, vượt qua khỏi ngôn ngữ. Nó không thể diễn tả bằng ngôn ngữ, nhưng mà sau đó Ngài phương tiện, Ngài nói ra 4 điều mà tất cả những người đệ tử Phật ai cũng biết, đó là sự khổ đau của cuộc đời, nguyên nhân gây ra khổ đau, sự giải thoát, niết bàn, và cuối cùng là con đường để đi tới giải thoát niết bàn, để đi tới con đường niết bàn giải thoát đó, đó gọi là tứ diệu đế.
After being enlightened, actually he was very like in the blissful state of mind. He would like to stay in that state to enjoy that, but while seeing people still suffering, so he decided to share his teachings. We call that the true Dharma. And the first, probably the first discourse he preached to people, we call that Four Noble Truths. That Four Noble Truths, all Buddhists have to know it by heart. First one, the nature of life is a dissatisfaction. We don't call it suffering, dissatisfaction. Secondly, the causes of dissatisfaction is your attachment, your craving to desire. And thirdly, we can end the suffering, and there's a way to end it. We call that the Eightfold Noble Path, the Noble Eightfold Path.
Trong Kitô giáo có 3 ngôi, thì trong đạo Phật nó cũng có 3 ngôi. Sau khi Đức Phật nói 4 cái sự thực đó ra, thì đạo Phật liền có 3 ngôi, thì Đức Phật gọi là Phật. 4 chân lý Đức Phật nói ra đó là Pháp, và những người nghe, tức là những người bạn cùng tu với Ngài, nghe giáo Pháp đó gọi là Tăng. Thì đó là 3 ngôi quý báu trong đạo Phật.
When we perform the ritual at the beginning, three highest rank in our faith. The first one, the Buddha. When we bow to him, we affirm the connection between us to him. He's a virtue, not he's a physical body. Something within yourself. And secondly, we have Dhamma. That means the teaching of the Buddha. And the Sangha is a community of monks and nuns, for years responsible to propagate and transmit the Buddha teaching to the world. So we call that three jewels: the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha.
Để tìm hiểu về đạo Phật thì chắc nó còn dài lắm, chúng ta không có thời giờ, nhưng mà chúng tôi chỉ giới thiệu sơ lược để quý vị có khái niệm về đạo Phật vậy. Nhưng mà đạo Phật sau khi Đức Phật đã nói về giáo lý của Ngài thì Đức Phật nói rằng con đường trung đạo, tức là tránh xa hai cực đoan, đó là sự thụ hưởng dục lạc và sự tự làm khổ cho mình. Phải tránh hai cái đó, chúng ta phải tự điều hòa thân và tâm của mình. Thứ hai nữa, Ngài nói rằng là Ngài chỉ là một con người dẫn đường đi. Tất cả mọi người hãy tự thắp đuốc lên mà đi ra khỏi những khổ đau do chính cuộc đời và do chính mình tạo ra.
Buddhism existing in the world for about 2,600 years. Buddha was almost 500 years before Lord Jesus, and so we count like a 2,600 years history into a very short session like this. But you welcome next session. We will be very happy to come back here to share more with you, or you can find out from internet or in the library, etc. But the cornerstones of the Buddha teaching based in 3 points. Life is impermanent. The nature of life is suffering, and it's not self. That means itself, it doesn't exist. And the middle way is the best way for the body and the mind unify to work in the best condition.
Và bây giờ trước khi chúng ta sẽ có 15-20 phút để ngồi thiền. Trước khi ngồi thiền chúng tôi sẽ nói sơ về thiền một chút để quý vị có thể là cùng chúng tôi để mà ngồi chúng ta để điều hòa thân và tâm của mình. Chúng ta có hai phần, thứ nhất là thân, thứ hai là tâm. Thân của mình ngồi thẳng và tâm của mình phải yên tĩnh thì mới gọi là thiền. Mà khi chúng ta thực tập đúng phương pháp, quý vị sẽ cảm thấy an lạc từ trong nội tâm của mình rất là nhiều. Bởi vì cuộc sống của mình rất là nhiều những cái sự suy nghĩ bận rộn, lo lắng. Và khi chúng ta bước vào thiền thì chúng ta phải bỏ hết tất cả và chúng ta hãy tập trung vào cái hơi thở của mình. Và chỉ có hơi thở của mình là cái quý nhất mà chúng ta cần phải trân trọng và nhìn nhận.
As you know that meditation is a main practice of Buddhism. The Buddha has practiced meditation for 49 days before he became enlightened. So as Buddhists, we have to learn how to meditate. As you know that we connect with outside world through our senses. So our eye to see, our ear to hear, all the time the noise and all the sight trouble our mind. Meditation is just go inwardly. Just go back to yourself, connect with yourself, just resting your mind. We have the body and the mind. Sometimes our body sitting here, but our mind travels somewhere. The children at home, what they are doing now, or the husband where he is now, etc. Now bring your mind back here. So Buddhism is a faith without God. The Buddha said, I'm the teacher, I'm the guide to show you the way. You have to do it yourself to become enlightened. And Buddhism is the science of mind. You have to train your mind
to find the truth in yourself. So we would like you to join us in about probably 15 or 20 minutes. Probably we have only 10 minutes left for meditation. So there are two things we have to pay attention to. The body, we just sit, in the right position, comfortably. You can cross the leg, whatever you feel comfortable, no pressure at all. Because the body has to be happy first, isn't it? So otherwise say no, the mind can't do anything. And secondly, you shut off all the connection with the outside world. Bring your mind in. That's the two things we need to do, and focus to your breath. Hardly we notice that we breathe since we were born, but we never took care of it. So now just focus to the breath. Beginning, just pacify it a little bit, but after that, just breathing naturally and spontaneously, and after a while you will see it just happen beautifully and gently, and you enjoy it. So we just have the candles in front, and we just close the eyes and just focus to your inside. I want you. Yeah.
Quý vị sẽ có một cái ngọn đèn để phía trước mình. Thưa quý vị, có ngọn đèn ở phía trước. Ngọn đèn là tượng trưng cho trí tuệ của mình. Khi mà thân của mình và tâm của mình nó được an tịnh, chúng ta bình tĩnh thân và tâm, thì khi đó chúng ta có trí tuệ. Trí tuệ đây tức là chúng ta thấy được sự thực, cuộc đời, những sự vui buồn. Khi mà quý vị ngồi thiền, quý vị cố gắng làm sao để nhìn thấy ngay, nhìn vào trong, thấy được tâm của mình đang vận hành, vận chuyển khổ đau hay là hạnh phúc. Thì khi mà chúng ta thấy được như vậy, tức là quý vị đang có chánh niệm, quý vị đang có tuệ giác, như là cái ngọn đèn đang soi sáng, phá đi những bóng tối.
Buddhism meditation is a practice mindfulness. The light of the candle represents the wisdom. The wisdom will be produced from concentration. When you have a good concentration, just like the water, after you leave it, alone and still, all the debris will be sink to the bottom and you will see it clear. Our mind is the same. When our body, our mind, work in the best condition, you concentrate your mindful of whatever you're doing and the wisdom will come out. That wisdom will help us to see things clearer in our life.
Quý vị ngồi thẳng, nhắm mắt lại và quý vị hít vô thật sâu và thở ra thật nhẹ, và quý vị tập trung tinh thần của mình. Khi thở vô mình biết rằng mình đang thở vô, khi thở ra mình biết rằng mình đang thở ra, và giữ tâm của mình như vậy.
Now we focus to our breath. Just know the breath, the air in and out. Don't interfere. Don't interfere with it. Let it come in and out, and just keep doing that. rotated the torso sideways. Yes, stretch. Yeah. How do you feel? Just every day if you come back the same, because it doesn't help to the root of the problem. You have to do it yourself. You can't rely on meditation or other people, talking. You have to find it yourself. So we have sessions to teach people how to do meditation. So probably later on, if you leave us your telephone number or your contact number, And then from time to time, if we have any such a session, we contact you and then you can join us. It's very good.
Thẳng và ta ngồi cho thẳng, sau đó quý vị hít thở thật sâu và tập trung như hồi nãy mới nói thì quý vị sẽ cảm thấy dễ chịu hơn.
Particularly, the mind can help the body. Particularly when you have a nervous, your heart beats very fast, it's pounding. And then you just have a deep breath. European. So we can sing. Everyone has a song. You just practice it at home. We think that every time we meet in meditation. And actually, meditation does not only mean that you sit down, close the leg, close the eyes, but actually what happens inside yourself. And we have to do it in everyday activity as well. Practice mindfulness. That means live for the time being. And now we come to the second part of the session, that's the tea meditation. So just come down to drink the tea and in a meditation manner, that it means. And we have some biscuit. It's a very relaxing manner, so don't take it seriously. And then we can talk, we can share. Yes. You okay over there?
Yes.
You enjoy the song? You like our guitarist? So give him well, you like it? Did you sing the song? Can you? Can you sing again? Yourself? Yeah, can you sing, Joel? You just choose a song and sing. Con hát đi. Con hát được bài nào? So Joel, can you stand up? That's the youngest one in our group. Yeah, Joel, can you stand up? Con hát bài nào? Can you sing a song or any song you know? Con hát được bài nào? Con quay lại đây rồi hát. Rồi con ngồi xuống. Rồi con hát đi ha. Đi giới thiệu được không? Rồi con hát bài gì?
Bài của Adam Lambert.
Rồi hát đi. Bài gì cũng được.
You know that I wish that this night would never be over. There's plenty of time to sleep when we die. So let's just stay awake until we grow older. If I had my way, we never close our eyes. Our eyes. Never.
Thank you, Joel. Anyone can sing. So if you can contribute to your part, you're welcome. Yeah, we love it. Can you sing? Any song, the song you sing in your church. So we just passed the teapot, and everyone just pour into your cup. Can you join? Yeah, tea meditation. So just wait for everyone to have a cup of tea, and then
So I need another one as well.
People, they like the tea because tea is a natural product. Particularly good tea grown in high mountain, it receives all the goodies of the nature. But drink tea in meditation is a noble act. So what is the tea meditation? That means we drink tea with our mindfulness. Tea meditation is a practice of our daily Buddhism activities. That's the way we practice our mindfulness. So everyone now has a cup of tea just in front of you. We practice mindfulness by using your five senses. You know, the eye, the ear, the mouth, the feeling, the senses, etc. Focus to your cup of tea. Never before. You drink tea probably for 50 years, 60 years, and never before you remember what color of your cup. Never remember the shape of your cup, but this time with mindfulness, please look at your cup of tea. So everyone, look at your cup of tea with your mind. Forget people around you. Just connect yourself with the cup of tea. In front of us, everyone has a cup. Look at the shape, the color of the liquor, of the tea in the cup. And now I would like everyone just hold the cup to your chest height, just like this. before we taste our tea, I'm grateful for my master to give me this opportunity to guide this section today. And first of all of us salute our Buddha inside ourselves and also God inside yourself. We salute and honors the highest divine within ourselves and within yourself. We are the one. And we would like to offer this tea to our highest divine, that the Buddha nature in ourselves and the kingdom of God inside yourself. So thanks for giving us this opportunity to meet and to share. So now you just like to bring the tea, the cup to your lips. Feel how the lips touch the cup and taste, smell it, any aroma. By mindfulness, please. Just focus to your cup. Probably the first time you see, never before you had such a beautiful tea. And you feel like the tea come down to your esophagus. Slowly, slowly you feel that. You enjoy it more than the other times. So we can have tea meditation every day at home. You know, when you want to cut off with the outside world, just go to the veranda with your own cup of tea and enjoy it. But this time, you have to focus your attention to what we are doing. So we call that tea meditation. But we can, like dishwashing meditation, you can broom the house meditation, etc. That means just put your mind in what you are doing. Just live the time being. That's the way Buddha teach us live our life. Because the future is the result of the present time. If you live the present time with all your heart, you know the future come out beautifully. You don't have to worry about it. But usually we run to the past. It already happened, and we worry about the future. It hasn't happened. But we forgot what we really have in hands is at the present time. So probably I have to give the stage and microphone back to Annette for the discussion. I talked too much today. Yes.
Oh, thank you. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I just like to, when I look around, everything just looks presented so beautiful and so much time and effort that you've done for us, and I am extremely grateful. Grateful that we are learning more. I like also when I look and I see different age groups. I think that that's very healthy. You see in our groups, not so much anymore. We are very similar in age groups. We don't vary as you have, but we're seeking very much the same as you. We in our spiritual group, we're not as in a religion form as much as we believe that, like all things, like lead you back, like your religion, to the source of the divine. We see, that's how we see our life in our spiritual, learning. When you said about when we sung your 4 songs, I am a great believer, we learn about our 4 elements. Without the 4 directions and the elements like water, air, we wouldn't, and water, air, earth, and we would not be here.
5.
Yes, and there is another fifth element. Yes, there is. So we are very linked in very ways of your love for your Buddha, as we have, we do like the Christian way of Jesus, but we, in our group, we look for, when you say you go within, and how your Buddha searched and how the prince searched for his journey, of finding the inner peace within, and his life was looking, and no matter how far he looked, until he looked deep within himself, he could, it was all there. So his seeking really was, what would you say, in vain, that took all that time to really find that. And in our healing, in our spirituality, we try to focus on as you said, the emotional side of life, the physical, mental, and emotional, and our spiritual. If we are not feeling happy in ourselves, one of those are unbalanced. So we go within our healing and we look and think, is it the emotions that are troubling you? Is it your what you say, mental, physical, spiritual, and emotionally? And when you find that, you come back and you look. You've got to look inside yourself. And when you were talking, it is the truths of how you see in deep within you. And sometimes you don't really like seeing what you see. So you have to be honest with yourself and make those adjustments. And basically we are there as supporting each other, but it comes down to the bottom line is only you can make yourself happy. So basically when we look at your lifestyle and your faith, it really sits very healthy with me, because that's how I like to see life. And when you represented the goddess, I am a great lover, and we focus on Kuan Yin. She answers all prayers to us, and she is very, very dear to my heart. So whenever I'm troubled, it's certainly Kuan Yin that I'm out in the garden with the red hibiscus, praying to her for help. And I teach that to the girls as well. So I've got a great love for it. I've been doing yoga for so many, many years, over 30 odd years. So I think that pathway of wellness leads you to the pathness of the source of the divine, of all things. Nothing is separate. It is a rippling effect. What hurts one, it ripples down and hurts everybody. So when you see that healthy vein of life, I feel that you can literally, improve life. But as I said, I love the way you look and your age gaps, because to me, it's the young that has to learn the pathway for the next generation. So when I look at you on all different ages, it brings me such joy.
You talk like a real Buddhist. And that reminds me a saying from Dalai Lama, that no religion is better than the truth. And when a person sees the truth, and then the true Christian will be a true Buddhist, and a true Buddhist has to be a true Muslim, and a true Muslim has to be a true Hindu. We are one if we see the same truth. So we invite everyone, while we're talking, we just drink tea and even eating biscuit. And please contribute to your thought, sharing to the discussion.
I wanted to ask, at what age did you feel your calling to be who you wanted to be?
Giờ cái tuổi nào mà thầy muốn chú trọng về con đường thầy tu mà thầy
Con phải mấy tuổi hả?
Dạ.
Thầy hiểu.
Em đi tu hồi đó là 14 tuổi.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 years old.
Yes.
And yet I live in
Yes. It's. I always admire people that have that follow their calling, and I just think yes.
Rất là ngưỡng mộ những người mà có cái theo cái đường tâm linh của họ, cái kêu gọi cái đường tâm linh của họ.
Tiếng gọi của con tim.
Thì vậy chăng vậy.
The calling of your heart.
Yes,
The noble way.
Exactly, the calling of your heart. Beautifully put. Yes.
You hear us here, ladies?
Yes.
So our venerable became a monk when he was 14 years old.
Wow.
Very young.
Yes. Beautiful. Yes.
And what country did he become a monk? Doesn't matter.
We practice English.
Vietnam.
In
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
It was ordained in Vietnam.
He was ordained in Vietnam. Thank you.
Any question?
Well, yes, I just would like, when we look at the children in what would you say, very poor countries. My granddaughter is a great lover of Cambodia, and she is great passion. She wants to go over there again next year to help in the orphanages. I look and I think, to have so little, and yet their smiles are so from the heart. And I look and I think, to have, I always just think that what would you say, puzzles me. Because we look at our children that has so much, and yet their faces are so long, and yet their faces are like sunshine. And it sometimes saddens your heart to think that they don't realise what they've got, and yet the younger in Cambodia have got very little, and yet they look so happy. Yeah. So that kind of, that to me feels like we've got such a lot to learn with our younger generations when you see that. And do you notice that in your culture, that that when you are in, say, Vietnam and they come out to Australia, do you think that your younger generation pulls away and starts to look at our life more the Western way and forgets that beautiful, beautiful humbleness of very little is more?
Yes, that happens.
Yes.
Naturally.
Right.
But from what you said, I remember that, and I believe that we have a body and mind. We have material life, and the other one is a spiritual life.
Right.
They have to advance the hands in hands. When we so advanced in material world,
Yes.
while we pay little attention to the other one, we are out of balance, and then we destroy ourselves. And history already proved that, we already reached to the pinnacle of the civilization before, because archaeologists already found the artifacts similar to UFO or aeroplanes, what we are having at the moment, and then it disappeared and buried deep, in the ocean. That means by that time people already advanced too much materially, but morally they decline. So that's why they have to be destroyed, and we are going to that way now. So that's why we need groups like that. So our positive energy, can compound it and create the better positive environment. Can affect the bad things. And I believe that the war came from the hatred from one individual. But when many people with that negative feeling, when they meet, they create a big effect to us. So we need to meditate, we need to practice more diligently, and then to keep the balance of this universe, otherwise we'll destroy ourselves soon.
Yes, very much so.
Did other people
Did any ladies down the back want to?
just share,
I think we're just agreeing with you. Find that balance.
Yes, balance. That's the middle way of
But
our
don't you think now we're reaching a point where we go, a lot more people going in a higher frequency, where they go in a positive direction more than in a negative, and I think it's 100 people can change 500, the energy of 500.
Yes.
So it's really, or 5,000, sorry. So it's really a matter of us focusing on the positive life, and we can turn so many others.
Yes,
into
I agree.
And I think that's the realization that people doesn't follow that like sheep anymore that much. There's more people thinking now, what am I doing actually to myself and to my surroundings? I think you see that more and more now when we go in a higher dimension.
Suggestion, Princess?
Express.
I just think that I find it cool that we get to share our views and perspectives of our religion to a different religion, and how you really happily acknowledge and accept and respect what we believe in. I think that's really nice.
Well, I just think it's just a lovely way to live.
Yeah.
It's a healthy way to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because we are all one.
Yeah, yes. Our group all believe that, there is no separation. As you said, if one hurts, it is a rippling effect. I do feel too that you like to be among mindful people that you want to be like. We are great ones believing in the energy frequencies, so like when people bring, when you sit next to someone, you can feel their energy, whether they're very compatible to you or whether they're not. And you don't really want to get into that energy. As you said with wars, it's one person, but it's that energy that breeds it, and then you get this energy of field, and there's so many that's like it. It overcomes the ones that want to be in that higher frame of, what would you say, joy, of peace. So I feel now that we are very aware of, no matter who we're sitting next to, if they're unhappy, we don't have to be in that energy. We can just send them love, but we can stay in our own energy. So that's the power that Gisela was talking about. We can stay in our own power of love and just send them love because they're not as happy as we are, or they're not going down the pathway that we're going. So rather than thinking that you have to be like them to please them, it's not the case. We can please ourselves and still have them there, but we're moving forward. So that's how we focus, and that's what we learn to be like. You agree? Do you agree with me?
Yeah, and I think that if people can see that we have our own mind and we don't depend on others, or we try to be like each other, I think other people can kind of admire that and try to find their own way.
I think that's beautiful. I think you have to be who you are.
Absolutely.
And you're not here to please the world or anybody. You're here to please yourself. But when you please yourself, you do it with grace. And then everybody gets a bit of you and learns from you. And if they're unhappy, they can take who you are because they've been around you. So yes. I also have to ask a question about how you see death. How you see that do your spirits go on, that you reincarnate? How's your view in that?
Dạ, thầy. Bây giờ cổ muốn hỏi là cái quan điểm của Phật giáo về cái chết và tái sanh đó thầy. Dạ, thầy có thể giải thích thêm về chuyện đó không ạ?
Đạo Phật quan niệm rằng là con người khi mà chết thì sẽ tái sanh lại theo cái nghiệp của mình, tức là tùy theo cái nghiệp người đó tốt hay là xấu thì cái người ta sẽ sanh về cảnh giới nào.
I'll just take up the translation. It is the Buddhist viewpoint that when a person passes away, their karma, their energy that they've collected, the habits they collected in their current life, will determine where they will be reborn.
Cái quan trọng nhất khi người ta tái sanh vào cái cảnh giới nào là khi lúc người ta gọi là tắt thời cuối cùng, cái lúc cái giây phút cuối cùng đó là khi cái tâm họ suy nghĩ gì thì nó sẽ sanh về cảnh giới đó.
The last thought moment before they pass away is very critical, as that determines which realm they will be reborn in. Thầy muốn nói sơ về những cái cảnh giới mà người ta có thể sanh vào.
Trong cái cảnh giới mà con người phải sinh trở lại thì nó gồm có tới 6 con đường. Đó là các cõi trời, người, rồi Atula, địa ngục, ngạ quỷ, súc sinh. 6 đường.
In the Buddhist cosmology, there's 6 realms that a person can be reborn in. The first one is the celestial realm, or the heaven. The second being the human realm. The others are the animal realm, and the other one is they call the hell realm. And there's another one called Asuka. I'm not quite sure what that's. Yeah, or the angry god realm, where Zeus and all that would be classified, I guess.
But I think can I make a contribution to it? Because when Thầy, that means Venerable, said that what factor decide which realm you coming back? Actually, there are 3 kinds of karma. The first one we call weighty one. That means when we commit very serious crime like killing Buddha or bleeding Buddha or killing parents, etc., for sure that we have to drop to the worst realm, that's the hell. But we have habitual karma. That means we build it up every day, the bad habit. That one, when you reborn, it waits until all the conditions meet, and then it happens. But what makes decision which realm you coming back is immediate karma right before you die. For example, you practice Buddhism, you be a good person all your life. But right before you die, suddenly you become angry for some reason. And then that decides which, realm, which level you're coming back. You have to go into that level for a while to repay enough, and then you change. And like between realms, like the 6 realms, like Thầy just tell us, human life is the best. To be reborn a human life, to be pick up the human birth, we need some quality as a human. You see that we sleep all night. In the morning you get up, you about the same. That means what you are before you die, you will become after you die. So that means during the lifetime, if you are a good person, for sure that a big possibility that you come back in a good life. We just reasoning. During the night you sleep probably 8-10 hours, but in the morning you come back, you don't change at all. Probably a little bit, messy. But after 10 or 15 minutes, you come back the same one. So what you live, how you live, when you die, you have to the same. So we don't worry about where we will go. We worry about how we behave, how we live in this life. So when just before this, you mentioned about we are responsible for our happiness.
Yes.
It's very much similar of free will in Buddhism.
Yes.
We have that will.
Yes, that's right.
How we use that is up to you.
Exactly.
Yes. So we are not much different when we go into the details.
Nó trong lúc mà nếu mà quý vị mà tắt hơi thở cuối cùng mà chết á, nếu quý vị suy nghĩ về Chúa thì quý vị sẽ được sanh về nước Chúa để mình sống.
Interpreter? Say it. Yes, please. Share.
He said, if you are a Catholic, and then like in the last moment, before you pass away, you thought about Jesus Christ, and then it's a big chance you're going to be reborn in His land, in His kingdom.
Yes.
Nhưng mà trong lúc đó rất là khó để mình nghĩ về chuyện đó. Thường là mình thường hay giận, hay buồn, hay có những cái tâm lý nuối tiếc, chứ ít khi nào mà có được những cái đó.
But it sounds good, but in practice it's very hard. It's rare because people at that moment they feel very scared. They don't want to leave. They just feel they just want to stay. They have houses, relatives, children. They don't want to stay. So it's very hard to think of Jesus Christ or Buddha or anything else.
I'll tell my daughter to practice, keep telling me. So I can keep smiling.
That's
Yes,
why practice
yes,
every day, you
yes.
have it every day really adds up.
Well, saying that, I'm a great believer in when you work, well, you know, I'm a great one for energy and frequency. What you send out, you draw to you. So I'm a great, our class, we learn energy and frequency. And we always, I always think to them, don't ask for this and that, ask for the highest source so that you can work in that energy. And I'm a great lover of the beloved Christ light, because all that energy, you see so many masters. And I feel, why work here when you can work there? So that's where I like. So when you said that, I look and I think it's quite easy for me to think that I don't ever work in anything but that. So no, I teach the class, don't look for the angels and this and that. Go to the source, the highest one, so that you can work in that energy. So that makes sense. It does, yes, yeah, very much so. So I'll have to visit them and remind them to lift them up. Yes, thank you for that. Oh, thank you.
But in Buddhism, sometimes people criticize that Buddhism is so like pessimistic. We always talk about suffering, and when you go to the temple, you see the atmosphere is very calm. But actually, Buddha teach that we still live as a human being.
Right.
We still have family to look after, to have the duty to discharge, etc.
Yes.
As long as in the process to achieve it, you don't do any harm to other body and to yourself. And one very important point is do not attach to it. Well, you can enjoy, nicer food, nicer car, but you have to, at the same time, realize that the nature of life is changing constantly. So if it happens, you lose it, it disappears. Don't attach to it.
That's hard for us Westerners. That's the one that we need to grasp. It is extremely hard because we're more material.
And then to practice that, Buddhism teach we have to contemplate all the time about four things. Contemplate about this body, the impurities of it. It's just like you said, four elements, the fire, the air, the solid, the things like that. That means one day this body will disintegrate, will crumble into the sand or the dust, etc. We have to contemplate to it the impurities of the body. Secondly, we have to contemplate about the feeling. It comes and it goes. You hold inside yourself, it's like it just happened, but actually it's gone. But you hold inside yourself and you believe that it's still there. Actually everything changes all the time.
Yes.
And the third one we have to contemplate is the mind itself. We have two kinds of minds. When the mind is polluted, wandering minds, that's where we can't connect it, because we full of angry, hatred, etc. But when you have a true mind, we connect easily. The true mind is the only one.
Yes, that's
you see that. So I'm very impressed about the conception about you said the energy, the vibration.
Yes, the energy.
We connect with each other at the high level by vibration. So that's why language is nothing. But because we are still in the process of learning, so we need to borrow the means, talking, Bible, meditation, etc. But our Buddha teach that at the end, everything has to be abandoned. You have to forsake, give up everything. Because the truth, what is left, is a tranquility inside yourself. So nothing, everything already in balance. But because our karma, it's upside down, we try to fix that. But when we reach to the balance, that's the destination. We don't need to do anything.
Thì cái câu chuyện này là vẫn vui cái suy nghĩ này. Tức là có cái ông đó, ông làm giám đốc của một công ty rất là lớn. Nhưng mà sau đó thì công ty đó nó bị phá sản. Ông rất là buồn. Thì ông ra dòng sông ông tự tử. Ông nói rằng là ông không còn gì hết. Thì khi ra dòng sông tự tử thì ông thấy có một cô gái ngồi khóc. Ông ta cũng hỏi cô gái tại sao cô khóc. Thì cô gái nói rằng là bởi vì người yêu của cô của tôi á, là không có thương tôi nữa, cho nên đã bye bye tôi rồi. Nên tôi không muốn sống nữa, bởi vì cuộc đời của ảnh là của tôi, cho nên bây giờ tôi muốn chết. Thì ông ta mới khuyên á, thì hồi mới sinh ra á, cô đâu có cái người bạn trai đó đâu, cô vẫn sống rất là hạnh phúc. Nhưng mà sau khi cô gặp cái người đó rồi thì bây giờ người đó mất thì cô vẫn sống thôi, tại sao cô phải tự tử? Thì sau khi ông nói câu đó thì ông bừng tỉnh lại. Ông nói khi ông mới sinh ra thì ông đâu làm giám đốc đâu, nhưng mà khi ông đã, nhưng mà tại sao bây giờ phá sản thì ông cũng sống thôi, mà tại sao ông phải tự tử? Thì đó ông tự tỉnh ngộ cái về ông sống lại cuộc đời mà.
Master just told us a funny story, just to button things up a bit. The story is of a, I guess, a businessman who actually gone bankrupt. So it's very sad. So he's gone to the riverbank. There he saw một cô gái. He saw a girl who was about to commit suicide. And but basically, so he asks why, what happened basically, and she explained that her lover has left her, and basically he's her life. And now that he's left her, so she's no meaning to live anymore. So he tries to console her, saying that just think back that when you were born, you didn't have a lover, and as a child you were still happy without him. So why would you be? Why can't you live without him now when you can when you were younger? So in saying that, actually it helped himself in the fact that when he was born he wasn't a rich businessman with a lot of money. Now that he's bankrupt, why does he have to accept himself?
So the philosophy behind that is if we came to this life empty-handed. So when we go, nothing we have to attach, because the coffin doesn't fit the car, doesn't fit the house. Only your consciousness that will carry everything with you next life. So probably we already nearly 9 o'clock now, so probably we have to end the session.
Tôi rất là vui được gặp, mặc dù chúng ta khác tôn giáo nhưng chúng ta đều là những người đang đi tìm đến sự hạnh phúc và sự thật của cuộc đời. Cho nên chúng tôi hy vọng rằng chúng ta sẽ còn gặp nhau nhiều lần nữa. Và trước khi tạm biệt, chúng tôi xin gửi lời cảm ơn đến tất cả quý vị và cầu chúc quý vị được sức khỏe, hạnh phúc trong cuộc sống của mình.
Before leaving, I would like to thank everyone for this opportunity. And although we are not on the same path, but we are truth seeker. So that's why we meet. And probably, hopefully, that we will have more sessions like this to come. And probably this is my contribution to conclude this session. I would like to borrow the Dalai Lama saying. When he was asked what is the best religion, he said that which religion to make you a better person is the best religion. It doesn't have to be Buddhism or Christianity or Muslim, etc. And what is the best person, the better person? The better person is a person who is more compassionate, more kind, more loving, more merciful, etc. And hopefully that we meet today just the beginning. And then we have to see each other more. And particularly and this weekend will be general weekend. We have a ceremony at the temple, and particularly we have 3 sessions Dharma talk by a most venerable from USA, and you're welcome to come 7 o'clock on Saturday night at Fatma Temple. And for sure that we have a lot of interpreters here. Or at least you just come because you connect with the by the art. don't need to understand the language. You can just sit there and get the Buddha, imagine that you know the Jesus, the same, and then connect with us. You know, now we connect with each other by mind, by heart. Okay, yes. And then you're welcome to come this Saturday morning, Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And probably later on I contact you regarding people who are interested in Buddhism meditation.
Yes,
And then we can do it together.
That would be very good.
So thank you very much. And good night. And before we go, once again, I thank you to come away. We have very nice floral arrangements today by our specialist too.